There's a lot of confusion going on over the last couple of days when it relates to Spider-Man 3 in the MCU, and why exactly is Marvel Studios calling it Homecoming 3? Let's get to that and a little bit more. So the first thing we're going to talk about right as we get into this so we can get it out of the way is the title of Spider-Man 3. Kevin Feige said, and I quote, "We call it Homecoming 3. It's not Spider-Man 3. So first and foremost, that's a weird one. Let's backtrack a bit. Homecoming 3 would imply there's a Homecoming 2, which technically, yes, that's Spider-Man Far From Home, but that's not called Homecoming 2. So here's the confusion. Some people are saying, well, is this film actually called a Homecoming 3? Is that what it is? And I don't think it is. No, I don't think that's it at all, because that doesn't make sense. Like, that's confusing as hell. I think in a sense I get what he's saying, and I think I get some of the confusion. They're calling it Homecoming 3 because to them it's the third film in the Homecoming series, the series that kicked off with Homecoming, and it's easy to just call it that than have like the title of the film plastered everywhere and then that gets out because somebody slips up somewhere, right? It's just a lot easier, and this is an easy way to handle it. So in that way, it's sort of back to basics, right? It's simple. It tells you exactly what it is. It's the third Spider-Man film for the MCU. If they were calling it Spider-Man 3, you do run into that issue where it is called Spider-Man 3. You've already had one of those. Same reason that they didn't call it Amazing Spider-Man or Spider-Man 1 when they were shooting Spider-Man Homecoming, because they've already had the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man. So again, it's just one of these naming technicalities kind of situations, if you will. Now let's talk about the other side of it. I've seen people say maybe it is called Homecoming 3, and that has an actual reference to what is happening. Homecoming 3 as in 3 Spider-Men are home with Marvel, right? I could see how some people are saying maybe this is the real title. I mean, if you guys go all the way back to Far From Home, many people were dead set on the fact that the film is not called Far From Home, and the leak and confirmation by, at the time, Tom Holland and then Kevin Feige was a misdirection or some sort of a trick they were playing on everybody, because everybody was saying that might possibly be one of the worst titles I've ever heard. I mean, now we're used to it, but say it to yourself. Say Spider-Man Far From Home. That's kind of inherently a stupid film title, and it still is. We're just kind of used to it. So could it actually be called Spider-Man Homecoming 3? I think there is a strange chance it could. I don't personally think it is, because again, that seems kind of stupid and redundant, but hey, it does actually tell you what the film is. The 3 Spider-Men are coming home to the MCU, the 3 Spider-Men. I mean, it's there, I just don't think it's it. So with that in mind, like Far From Home, let's start that debate. Is it called Homecoming 3? Did they actually confirm it to us and we're just like, oh, it's too stupid? Could it actually be that? I don't think it is, but you never know. I mean, Far From Home is a real title, so make of that what you will. Wait, another one. Venom, Let There Be Carnage is an actual title of an actual movie.